Trinity, Congress of War and our industries. We forced the earth to kiss the sun. Measured our love out in megatons. We always said about him, that little baby born in Bethlehem, he was gonna save the world. Never knew he'd be born again at Alamogordo. Out of my heart, three-headed God, all wrapped up in a mushroom cloud. All we are is a desert storm, here and then gone. I'm just a glass too dim to see through. Born a fire rain down from the blue. As above may it be below. Which war did we win that we didn't betray our own soul?
Nice. Colin Cutler here. And the messages that we're getting across this morning are just, this is what I want to do.
Great.
And I'm so happy that you're here to participate in it.
I'm very glad to be a part of it. Thank you, Hazel.
Do you want to say a little bit more about your career?
Yeah, so I started, I guess I've been writing pretty much all my life and been doing music all my life, and it wasn't until my early 20s that I really started putting them together into songwriting, at least in songs that I'd play out in public anymore. And I was in the military, in the National Guard for 7 years myself, and after a while, we were in the desert in Qatar, and I was looking around. I said, this is the whole military-industrial complex that Eisenhower warned about. This is exactly what he was talking about, and eventually traded my rifle in for a banjo, and I'm much happier for it. And I teach English up in North Carolina, and yeah, like I said, I teach English, do music, and I've got 4 albums out. First one came out in 2016. It's 10-year anniversary this year. And just do a combination of old-time music, old folk music, and then my own sort of from those roots. So, yeah.
Okay, let's roll with it.
Great. All right. This here's an old song that I first learned when I was probably 3 or 4 years old. It wasn't until a couple of years ago I figured, I should probably learn this one on the banjo. So, when John Henry was a little baby, sitting on his daddy's knee, well, he picked up a hammer and lit a piece of steel. Said, this hammer's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. This hammer's gonna be the death of me. Captain said to John Henry, gonna bring that steam drill round. Gonna bring that steam drill out on the job. Gonna whoop that steel on down, Lord, Lord. Gonna whoop that steel on down. And John Henry said to his captain, said, a man ain't nothing but a man. But before I left that old steam drill, lay me down, gonna die with this hammer in my hand, oh Lord. Gonna die with this hammer in my hand. And the man who invented that steam drill, he thought it was mighty fine. But John Henry drove his 15 feet. That steam drill, it only drove 9, Lord. That steam drill, it only drove 9. And the captain said to the people standing round, feared that the mountains caving in. But John Henry spoke from the mountains very hard. It ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind, Lord, Lord. It ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind. And they pulled John Henry from the mountain. They buried him in the sand. Now every locomotive that comes roaring by says, and the lies of steel driving man, Lord, Lord, and the lies of steel driving man, and the lies of steel driving man, Lord, Lord, and the lies of steel driving man.
Great song. Old song.
It's a good one.
And a good one. Thank you. This is Colin Cutler playing for you live. And do you have another piece for us?
I do. And one thing that you mentioned there about that being an old song, one of the things that I love about old songs and folk traditions is you get to see that a lot of things that we're seeing now are not new, right? And people have always been facing it and always been resisting it too. And you see that in John Henry, and you'll see that in this next song too, which these will be on the next album. This is at least part of Swannanoa Tunnel. So. I'm going back to that Swannanoa Tunnel. That's my home, baby, that's my home. Asheville Junction, Swannanoa Tunnel. It's all caved in, baby, all caved in. Last December, I remember the wind blowed cold, baby, wind blowed cold. When you hear that hoot else calling, someone's died, baby, someone's dead. When you hear my guard dog barking, someone's round, baby, someone's round. This old hammer killed John Henry, but it didn't kill me, baby, couldn't kill me. Gonna take this hammer, throw it in the river, sings right on, baby, rings right on. And I'm going back to that Swannanoa Tunnel. That's my home, baby, that's my home.
Beautiful. Live for you from Colin Cutler right here in the WWOZ studio. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Colin.
Hazel. Thanks so much for having me in WWOZ.